This week's Gamecock Chatter, our guest is Jacksonville State Junior combo guard Brian Williams. He plays the point and the two guard for Jacksonville State. We'll go back to your high school days over in the Atlanta area. You're from Lawrenceville, Georgia, Central Gwinnett High School. I would think in your high school days, with the reputation Atlanta has around the country for talented guys playing basketball, that you ran up against some pretty good opponents during your high school career, didn't you?
Yes, sir, I did.
Anybody playing anywhere right now that you had some pretty good battles with in some of the high school games?
Jeremy Lamb, who's on the Rockets, he played at Norcross. Jelon Kendrick, I believe he's at Ole Miss now. And so it was a lot of different people.
All right, coming out of high school, any other opportunities besides Jacksonville State? What led you here to the Gamecocks?
Well, one of the main reasons was I wanted to be close enough where my parents could come visit me. I had other schools like North Carolina, Florida, but Jacksonville was 2 hours away, so it was enough for me to be away from home, but still close enough where they can come visit.
And they're here, just I think, at every home game and on the road quite a bit too, aren't they?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, freshman year, didn't play a whole lot to begin with, saw some action in games, ended up playing in 30 games that year, but you did start the last 10 games. Did that freshman season, did you play as much as you thought you would coming in?
No, sir. At the beginning, I thought I'd play more minutes, but the second half of the season, I started getting the minutes that I wanted in the beginning, so it was fine.
And obviously that helped last year, leading scorer. Last season you started all 33 games. Could you tell a difference from the beginning of the season to the end of the season a year ago?
Yes, sir. I got more comfortable toward the end as the season progressed last year. I felt more comfortable. I understood how the game was played, how people are, how they're quicker, stronger than in high school. So it was a good improvement.
What kind of adjustment was it from high school, even though you played in the top level in high school basketball in Georgia? What kind of adjustment was it coming to Division I basketball?
I feel the biggest adjustment is the speed and the strength that everybody in D1. Like, everybody's quicker, like they're quicker than what you see on TV, and they're stronger, so you got to be able to adjust to the game speed.
One game that sticks out in your mind since you've been here, not necessarily your best game, but an exciting game or anything that sticks out in your mind right now?
It would be the Austin P game in the tournament last year. Most
exciting game you played in?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And it was sort of pressure-packed down there for the last 4 minutes of the game, wasn't it?
It was. It was a grind, so I like that. We won a game that the program hasn't had good success against.
So for this season, Eastern Michigan, a win there, played pretty well in some games on the road and that you didn't win. I guess in the Nebraska game came up just short right there. The two losses this past weekend have sort of dulled things, I guess, right now. But overall, you guys have played pretty good this year, haven't you?
Yes, sir. We know them two losses. We feel like we should have had them games, so we're going to pick it up these practices and get ready to play Eastern Illinois and SIUE.
Nice road trip ahead, long road trip. Enjoy those bus rides, don't you?
Oh, yes, sir. I believe we have a sleeper bus.
You play point, you play two. If you had your preference, if you could walk into James Green's office and said, hey, this is what I want to play, which would you prefer to play?
Probably the point guard position.
Really? I figured you were going to say the two guard.
I like the point guard position a little better.
More or less the quarterback of the team playing a point?
Right, sort of like that, right.
You got to know where everybody is, what they're supposed to do on each play and everything, don't you?
Yes, so you got to know where everybody's supposed to go, put them in a position if they're not in it, and control the team how they're going.
Do you know where everybody's supposed to be with everything?
Yes, sir, for the most part.
Would you rather hit a three, distribute the basketball in the break, and play at a point? Which would you rather do?
Probably distribute for the assist, know the right person who's hot in it. Right, yes, sir.
What's it like? What's going through your mind? Say you get the pass, you look up the floor, and it's 2-on-1, 3-on-2, something like that. What are you looking for? What's on your mind then?
I look at, like, who's hot in that game or who's running with me, who's a better finisher, or if we have a three option, who's a better shooter on each wing. So I try to analyze while I'm coming down.
A lot of stuff going on that people don't realize a lot of times, isn't there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. There's more to it than what it looks.
All right, Brian. Thanks, sir. Keep up the good work.
Thank you.
Jacksonville State's Brian Williams. Gamecocks embarking on their longest road trip of the season in Ohio Valley Conference play Thursday at Southern Illinois Edwardsville. Then they wrap up the road trip Saturday at Eastern Illinois. Next home date for the Gamecocks, Saturday, January the 19th. They'll be here at home at Pete Matthews Coliseum against Eastern Kentucky.